Do you control your thoughts, or do your thoughts control you? I'm Thomas Jr., aka Mustached Tom, and this is my review for The Experimenter, based off of a real life story on an experimenter named Stanley Milgram. So, this guy did quite a few experiments, and this is done through a semi biographical movie. Um, and the first experiment is all about authority. So, in this experiment, we see that most people will continue to shock the person. The teacher will continue to shock the student even after the student has continuously asked to stop, and so on and so forth, and they would go all the way through because of this whole obedience thing, what you are obedient to. So this is something that was done in the 1960s, and the the they figure out that like 70% of people go all the way through, or something like a really high percentage. It is really interesting to see these sort of psychological aspects of how humans work, and the way that this movie goes about doing some things is definitely also interesting, because in this very movie it feels like there are certain experiments that are still being done. For example, there's this whole thing with this elephant, and it only appears twice in the movie, and I've noticed this when taking psychology, is that most people will not recognize something like that because of the focus. They're focusing on who's talking, the main character, so most people won't recognize a huge thing that's behind him. So it's really interesting. There are a few other experiments done in this one movie, so this guy has really done a lot in his lifetime. So it's definitely something that's still being pursued even today, as people continue to do strange behaviors, and it's so fascinating. Just I had to list. I had to list some of the experiments because there were so many. There was this whole card thing where people in the row would see how this line on the left corresponded to three lines on the right, and at first the people on the further side would start getting the answers correctly, and then they would start getting the answers wrong, and the last person would follow suit even if they thought that wasn't the answer. So many interesting aspects of psychology. There was this whole letter thing. I'm not sure how that one worked, like how people are connected. There were like two different ones, or like how people just mail these things without even looking at what it was, or something like that. Let's see. There was also this whole thing about looking up. Like if people are just looking up, that people around that area will start also doing that. So these are very interesting experiments. So this guy really revolutionized how psychology works. Apparently, even after the movie, after the guy died in the movie, the guy playing him continued to explain how people are still using these methods, still trying to figure this stuff out. It's really fascinating stuff. I give the movie an 8 out of 10. If you're into this, trying to figure out how people work, it's definitely a movie you should check out. So, with that being said, please like, comment, and subscribe, and see if you noticed the elephant. If you've seen this movie, you might have missed it. But with that being said, this has been Thomas Jr., aka Mustache Tom, and I'll see you guys next time.